Hello. I've just had dinner, and I started thinking about the food I was eating and where it came from, and then I was thinking about the food being digested and then going into the toilet as waste. And I sort of left it there for a little while, but then I started thinking on the larger scale. I'm thinking about the whole Earth and how it works, because I simply don't understand how we can keep eating food and then processing it and using it up as energy and then getting rid of it as waste. I don't understand how it can be sustained. I don't understand how the Earth, which has a lot of food on it, or a lot of meat and plants and whatever, and so we eat this meat and fruit and vegetables and turn it into waste, which we then get rid of and put back into the oceans or whatever. And that process seems to keep continuing, that we eat, process, and then excrete the waste products. And I'm wondering, I'm a bit ignorant on the whole energy cycle and all that, but I'm wondering how this can go on indefinitely. I mean, how can it be possible to keep on eating meat and then producing waste, and then we somehow get new food to eat? I mean, it seems to me the Earth is a closed system. There isn't energy coming into the Earth from outside. So what's on the Earth is what we have to work with. So the food that we eat has to be on the Earth already. And then we eat and process and use up some of the food as energy, and then we create waste. So I'm wondering, on my basic level, I got to A-level physics, so I'm not particularly knowledgeable scientifically. But I'm thinking, how can this continue indefinitely? How can we keep on eating food and producing waste and then have new food to eat? How is it possible for that to continue indefinitely? It seems to me because we use the food that we eat, and some of it is turned into energy, and some of it is turned into waste, but most of it is turned into energy. So it disappears essentially. So how can the Earth, which is a closed system that's not catching material from outside, how can the Earth keep on supporting us indefinitely? It seems to me there must be some limit, some end, if you like, to the ability of the Earth to support us. And I'm thinking that we keep on breeding all the time and creating more and more humanity. We're eating more and more food. How can this continue indefinitely? Surely there must be an endpoint when we use up, basically, all the energy that there is on the Earth. We eat all the meat and vegetables. Now, of course, we procreate and make more of ourselves, but we only have the material that's on the Earth to use. So there must come a point when we use up everything there is on the Earth to eat. I'm thinking there must be an end point. I haven't come across this concept before of energy basically running out at some point in future. But it's just occurring to me now, and I'm sure it has occurred to people before, and there are probably answers out there, but I just don't know. I'm just thinking for myself. So I'm thinking that we are going to use up all the energy. We're going to eat all the food, basically, and then eventually we won't have any food to eat. Because the Earth is a closed system, there's only so much material on the Earth. So I'm wondering when this end of food might happen. You know, what century are we talking about? How far in the future before we eat all there is to eat on Earth? I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing about how food and energy works. There might be some element that I'm missing that explains how we can go on eating indefinitely. But at the moment, I'm thinking the Earth only has so much on it, and there's only so much food to be eaten. And at some point, I mean, there are nearly 8 billion of us at the moment, but humanity is just going to keep on growing. So at some point, there'll be 20 billion of us on this Earth. And we're consuming all the time. Surely there must come a point when there's simply no more food to be eaten. It's finished. So if anyone can help me understand if I'm missing something, and that we can go on eating indefinitely, and there's some element that I just don't understand, I'll be glad to know. But it seems to me food will run out on Earth at some point, and then what do we do? So it'd be good to get some answers.